What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for another Tops in the Morning show, giving you the latest transfers, news, all of that good stuff. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to become a member, it has been pinned in the chat. Please click on the link. It's affordable prices, 99p it starts off with. So yeah, if you want to become a member, just click on the link and you're on your way. But let's get into the breaking news. Obviously, the big news for the Arsenal, man. Finally, after all these time waiting, after months and months of speculation on which striker Arsenal are going to get, we finally got our answer, man. Victor Gykoeres is the guy. Arsenal agree 63.5 million euro deal for Victor Gyökeres deal with Sporting, with add-ons being discussed. So yeah, pardon me, this is going to be the deal, man. Total cost of the deal likely to be 80 million euros. Madueke also close to a 5-year deal with the Gunners, man. So it looks like Arsenal are trying to get a lot of players ready for that preseason tour. Remember, we go on the 19th of July. We fly away to Asia. So yeah, it's going to be obviously a rush to the finish line, man, if you want to try and get all these deals done this week. But yes, it says Arsenal have agreed to pay 63.5 million euros, 55 million pounds up front for Victor Gyökeres and are close to completion with obviously Sporting over the Swedish striker. It is understood the clubs remain in negotiations over potential add-ons that could take the total cost of the deal to close to 80 million euros, with Arsenal believed to have offered a further 15 million in performance-related bonuses for the 27-year-old. However, with the Gyökeres facing a disciplinary action from Sporting after he missed his deadline to report for the preseason training on Saturday, there is confidence in both camps that an agreement will be reached and the deal is expected to be finalized in the coming days, man. So massive, obviously, news in terms of being finalized. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Big up Finn, my bro. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're good on this Monday morning, man. Big yourself up. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video if you've not already. But yeah, it's all about Victor Gyökeres and potentially, obviously not potentially, he will be an Arsenal player. The deal has been agreed also as well. They talk about how the Guardian understands that the agents involved in the transfer fee will not receive their customary commission, typically about 10% of the deal's total value, clearing the way for Sporting to receive a larger sum up front. If Arsenal had met Sporting's initial 70 million asking price under the standard terms, the Portuguese club would have had to netted roughly 63 million after the fee. Under this new arrangement, they will receive slightly more without losing a cut to the intermediaries. So yeah, man, that's a very good deal for obviously Sporting and Arsenal and everyone involved, man. Big up to the agent that obviously got away with his fee. I'm sure Victor Gyökeres will be giving something under the side, man, because again, that's a massive piece of money that he's just putting on the table there. 10% of the transfer fee, you're looking at what, 5 or 6 million euros that he's just giving up so Sporting can get the rest of it. So they're happy and Arsenal don't have to fork out any more money. So yeah, very, very good deal in terms of paying. I think it's pretty cheap, man. It's kind of a bargain, really. 55 million pounds, which you could say we've just paid 48 plus add-ons for Madueke. You look at the caliber of the two players. I think it's a very good deal for a striker, man. Considering a couple of years ago, midfielders were going for 100 mil. Declan Rice, Casado, Enzo as well. So yeah, to get a striker that's going to be your obviously number one kind of top goal scorer, you're hoping to get him under 60 million pounds. I think is a good deal. Tensions between Gyökeres and Sporting have grown in the recent weeks, and he has made no secret for his desire to join Arsenal. But their president has insisted that they would not budge over their valuation of the player who scored 54 times in 52 games last season. Tremendous record. He confirmed that Sporting intend to fine Gyökeres unless he can present a legitimate justification for his absence, such as medical reasons, extended leave of authorized by the board, or an urgent family matter. Obviously, this is what he said on the Saturday, man. He says, "We are calm. Everything can be resolved with the close of the window. A heavy fine and an apology to the group." With reference to Arsenal, he said, he said, if they don't want to pay Victor's fair market value, we are very comfortable with that for the next 3 years. So obviously calling their bluff as well. But again, he's got a history of doing this for sure. It's absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So I've seen it before that with Pedro Porro when he was on his way to Spurs. He was a bit of messing about. Bruno Fernandes as well. So he's definitely got previous for sure, man. Big up Finn. He says, I'm still shocked after last night's results. Yeah, massive results, man. Massive results. Obviously, Chelsea winning the Club World Cup. Obviously, I'll get into that later on. But yeah, massive results for sure. He's also expected to make a new approach for Christian Mosquera this week after an initial bid of 14 million was rejected by Valencia. The Spanish under-21 defender has already agreed personal terms for a move to the Emirates. Trossard could be sold to help obviously balance the books. With Bayern Munich, the latest club, obviously I'll get back into that later on as well. Bayern Munich, the latest club to show an interest in him. The Belgian forward has also been linked with Fenerbahce, the clubs in the Saudi Arabia and is likely to cost around 20 million. So yeah, I think getting 20 million would be a good price for him, considering that again he's got 1 year left in his contract as well, Trossard. So yeah, getting 20 mil would be a decent bit of business, and then you can try and reinvest that maybe into another forward player if you are happy with Madueke coming in, as well as a couple more other players as well. It says Nani Madueke is close to finalising his £52 million move to Chelsea to Arsenal, and he's poised for his medical this week. The 23-year-old will sign a 5-year deal. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening there with obviously Trossard as well. So and potentially with Madueke too. Big up Chris says great signing, bargain in my opinion, but it's great. Is it a great signing on the Arteta style of play? As we know, Arteta's ruined Martinelli and other players. This signing was made by Berta. Arteta wanted Sesko. Very, very true, man. I feel like again, it's up to now Arteta to try and get the best out of him, man. He's gonna have to change his style and tweak his system so we play into his advantages, man. Like, you can't try and have Gykoeres try to play like a Havertz, dropping into midfield and dropping on the left and right. Like, for me, he's got to be, if he's going to drift out to the left, he's got to be in that kind of forward role. You see the likes of when Salah does it, when he's drifting out to the right and into the center of the pitch, when he's up forward on that right-hand side. With Gykoeres, you've got to have him in the box, man. There's a lot of goals that he scored for Sporting that I've seen that where he's just literally in the box for a tap-in. And they're the kind of crucial goals you need, because that bumps up your tally, that obviously encourages your confidence and stuff like that. And it makes you a danger in the box where people can't just leave you on mark. So, yeah, I think for me, we definitely have to change up our style. There's been a plethora of times where Saka has whipped it across the box and no one's in there. Havertz is in midfield. Marino's in midfield. So, yeah, I think that thought of leaving the striker up top, while we might lose a bit of control in midfield, while we might be a bit more defensively vulnerable, because again, you've not got as many players defending him, obviously behind the ball, when you've got Havertz dropping back deep and Marino. I feel like it's very important to establish an attacking threat the other way. And yeah, for me, you got to take that risk, man. But yeah, tactically, it's up to Arteta to find it out. And I agree, it was not a signing, but an Arteta signing, but he's gonna have to make it work. I can't lie, he's gonna have to make it work, man. I said it's still not been good enough window from Arsenal. Zuma, Mendy, and Gykoeres only good signings. Kepa backup, okay, whatever signing, but the others won't. No other clubs want Mosquera, Norgard, and Madueke. Listen, we still need to do more. For me, we still need 2 more. We still need Eze and a left winger, man, for me, because they're the kind of guys that can start or rotate, and the level won't drop off. But yeah, I think the striker one was a massive thing, to be honest with you, though. To be honest, bro, because again, when we linked with Sesko, even though he's a good player, I just thought this is not going to be a guy that can potentially get you 20 goals next season, man. I just couldn't see it, especially with his age and the fact that he would have to get accustomed to the country, never mind the league. But with Gykoeres, there's an expectation that he could possibly get that, because again, he scored wherever he's gone in the last 3 or 4 years, whether it's internationally, Champions League, or whatever. So yeah, there's a massive expectation on this guy for sure. Gykoeres was signed to stop the moaning. Won't shock me if Arsenal ended there, leave themselves short again. If sign Eze, they will ruin Eze and put him on the left wing when he's a 10. Yeah, and this is the issue, man. I think, again, this is why I said with the Eze signing, if we do end up signing him, we need him and another left winger for sure to really balance it out, man. It says that Mosquera, Norgard, and Madueke aren't improvements. You know what? The Mosquera one, I'm not too I'm all right with the Mosquera one, because he's coming in as a backup. We don't really need improvements in the defense, if I'm being honest. I'm happy with the defense. I think it's fine. So in that department, we just need someone to come in and play a few games, to be honest with you. Because again, at the minute, we didn't really have any kind of centre-back cover on the right-hand side. Kivio's doing an okay, decent job on the left. But on the right, Tomiyasu is always injured. I think that's why we've terminated his contract and then got a right-sided centre-back to cover there. So that one I'm not too fussed about. The Norgard one, yeah, it is underwhelming. Obviously, he's not a top 4 caliber kind of player. He's someone that really, you should really just give some kind of minutes here or there, but not too much, if I'm being honest. And obviously, the Madueke one, everyone knows that the majority of us fans didn't want him to come in. So, yeah, them couple of signings, again, I agree, they're underwhelming. But I feel like with Arsenal, they definitely needed a left winger, a striker. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even expecting that kind of like 10 role, even though we probably did need one to obviously rival Odegaard. Because again, when he's out of form, there's no one ready to come in and step up. But if we can get those 2 over the line, then I feel like, yeah, we've had a very good window for sure. Because you've got your striker now, no excuses. You've got your starting left winger, no excuses. And you've got your 10. I think the defense and the goalkeeper situation is fine, personally. But yeah, but we'll see, man. There's still a lot to do for sure. But Again, I'm obviously just gassed about the striker, if I'm being honest, because it looked like there was a point where we weren't even going to get a striker. And then the striker we were going to get wasn't going to be a guy that's got a clinical back record. But this guy literally has, man. Whether he comes in, yeah, listen, he might come in and flop. Who knows, man? Because again, every transfer is a risk. Sometimes it doesn't translate. But for me, I just can't see how, if you can get the likes of Marino getting 10 goals, who's a midfielder, even Havertz, who's not clinical at all, got 15 goals last year, and I was injured for half of the season. If he can get that, man, surely, do you know what I mean? Surely a guy who's actually a better finishing on both of them, like comfortably. If you give him some chances, man, he's going to put them away. So we'll see, man. We will definitely see. It says, I've also made progress in negotiations over a new contract for Ethan Nwaneri, who has attracted interest from Chelsea and clubs in Germany, but is expected to follow his fellow academy graduate Miles Lewis-Skelly and agree in a deal to stay. Obviously, very good news as well. Very interesting to see what the path for Nwaneri is, especially with Madueke coming in. And if we do get another left winger, I know obviously he plays normally in the 10 and obviously on the right. So yeah, interesting to see what happens with him, if he gets minimal game time or if it's a case of him actually playing out on loan or somewhere. My obviously issue with this is that if we do sign Nwaneri, is it going to be a case where Nwaneri is the back of the Saka and Madueke's our new left winger? And then we potentially maybe get an Eze. Or we get a left winger, no Eze, and obviously Nwaneri is the backup to Odegaard. I'm not too sure, man. But we'll see. We'll see how we navigate towards that for sure. But yeah, man, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. Big up Tippy Tops. Congratulations on Gykoeres, bro. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, man, big yourself up, bro. Yeah, I'm actually gassed. I can't lie. I'm gassed that we've actually got a proper striker, man. To be fair, obviously the messing about in the last week or so, you get a bit apprehensive. Oh, is it going to go through? Is it going to be a deal off? We're already seeing what happens with Gibbs White with the whole, oh, here we go. And then the next day it's off because of legal situation. So you never know what's going to happen with the transfer until the team probably agrees. And then to be fair, until the guy kind of holds up the shirt, because there can always be a pullout, he can fail a medical, etc. Touch what he doesn't. But he's looking so far so good. He's looking good. And I think the fee is actually a really good price as well. I feel like it does allow us to maybe get another big signing. Because 55 mil on the outlay, when I was thinking about striking options and how much it would cost, I always had in the back of my mind, when also get a proper striker, it's going to cost 70, 80, 90 million probably, because again, that's probably the going rate, especially when you see quotes of Isak going for 120, 30, 40. So you just thought, even if you don't get an Isak, it's going to be someone on that, maybe a step below, but it's going to be still around about the same money. So to get him for 55, man, is very, very cheap, if I'm being honest. So yeah, cheaper than Havertz as well, cheaper than Pepe, cheaper than some of these guys that we've got, who I don't think will be as clinical as this guy. So yeah, I'm very happy with the signing for sure. And hopefully it can be very, very good for us, man. But again, like I said, it didn't start. We still need some more players. For me, we need to get in Eze, man. There's no excuses now not to get that done. Obviously, Spurs have moved their attention towards Gibbs White, obviously for a reason, because potentially they've already had the heads up that Eze really wants to just go to Arsenal or doesn't want to go to Tottenham ahead of Arsenal. So yeah, based off that, man, it's looking like if we just pay the release clause or pay something similar, maybe negotiate it down, that potentially we could get Eze. So yeah, that's definitely a deal to look at. And then again, the left winger is another option as well, man, that for me, we still need to be in the market for. I'm hoping Madueke is not that left winger option. Potentially it could be, but we'll see, man. But again, also we definitely need to try and obviously sell some players as well, man, because again, there's a lot of players that are going to be surplus to requirements. Players like Reece Nelson, he's still at the club. Players like Zinchenko, still at the club as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of players, man, that we need to really kind of, try and make some sales for to try and get rid of. And then we can go on and move on and maybe potentially get some more players in. We've seen the likes of Kivior being linked with a move away as well. So, yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But we'll see what happens with that. Big up everyone tuning in, man, in the comments, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, it is pinned in the chat, man. Starting at 99p, very affordable. So you guys, if you want to become a member, make sure you guys click on the link and become a member. Help the channel out, all of that good stuff. It says, looks like Fabian only saying Mosquera being finalized as well. Finally, the transfer train moving at Arsenal. Yeah, and this is the key thing, bro. Like, for me, I feel like it was very important for us to try and just make some signings before preseason. Yeah, some of them are not going to be the most, obviously, marquee signings. And rival fans, as well as Arsenal fans, are looking for those starters to really say Arsenal are going to be back in business. I understand that. And I'm looking at that as well, because we definitely need some more starters in the team to really rival the kind of players that we've got already. But it is also important to try and get some cover for some of these positions that we were lacking in. Like, again, even the backup keeper situation, we needed someone better than Neto, which Kepa is. We needed someone better than Tamiyasu, who can stay fit, which hopefully Mosquera can be. And then Norgard, again, not one of my choices, to be honest with you, to replace the likes of Jorginho and Thomas Partey, but he's in the building now, and we'll see how he does in an Arsenal shirt. Again, Zubimendi, though, this is one where I'm literally just, because they've dragged it out so long, I'm forgetting about it, to be fair, but potentially he could be a really good player for us as well. He's definitely someone that's going to be starting, so that might bring a different dynamic to our midfield in terms of being able to play a little bit differently. So that's another signing where I should really be looking forward to it more, but because of Arsenal, I've just beating down that drum for the last 6 months about us signing him. It's just kind of took like the pizzazz out of the signing, but regardless, it's still a good signing. So there is still a few good players that we have signed that potentially can make an impact going forward, man. So yeah, we'll have to see about that going forward, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new or haven't done so already. Big up Mr. Battle Redder says you need Eze Rodrigo types though. After the Zubimendi and Gykoeres, the rest are clearly funds misused again, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree, bro. I feel like, again, you're right. We need kind of two attackers that are going to be either starters or can be starters, man. Because I think with Eze, there'll be obviously some games that he might be on the bench. But for me, Eze in that 10 or even 8, man, because I feel like against the likes of Burnley, Sunderland, those kind of smaller teams at home where we've struggled to break them down, man. We drew with Everton 0-0 at home at the Emirates, didn't beat them at Goodison either. So there's a couple of teams during the bottom. We lost to West Ham as well, 1-0 at home. So yeah, those kind of teams there, I feel like you don't need like a kind of a rigid pivot of maybe like Rice and Partey like we had before, or Jorginho and Partey, or those kind of midfielders. I think you can get away with having maybe an Eze and an Odegaard in those kind of 8 and 10 roles, and then going on from there, man. So yeah, I think for me, that's definitely a position that we definitely need to strengthen, whether it's Eze or someone else. And Morgan Rogers is another guy that's obviously been touted for possibly a move away as well, which is kind of a similar skill set. So yeah, that's definitely a position I feel we definitely need to strengthen. And then again, that left wing position, man, if we have to sell Martinelli and Trossard to get in someone, whether it's Anthony Gordon, Rodrigo, Lookman, whoever, for me personally, I just think we need an upgrade, man. We need someone that's going to be top starter on that position with Saka, with obviously Gykoeres personally, man. But we will see if we can get it done. Obviously, some more news about obviously Ethan Nwaneri, Fabrizio Romano tweeting about it again, saying they hope to complete everything for the contract in the next couple of days. With new rounds of talks expected to close the agreement, the deal is getting closer now. It's very, very close. He said on his YouTube channel. So yeah, hopefully that can get done, man. I'm very excited to see Ethan Nwaneri back playing in an Arsenal shirt, because again, I feel like he had a very good season last season for his age. And yeah, hopefully we can see more of him, man. Hopefully we can see more of him, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Gykoeres loves a hair flick. So perfect for Top Gooners laughing emoji. That's crazy, man. That's very crazy. Goldbridge saying that the Portuguese is completely different than the Premier League. Obviously predicted goals. You know what? That's a good question, man. I feel like, again, he got 39 league goals, I think, last season in the Portuguese league. For me, bro, you're going to be getting at least 20. I feel like if you can try and even, I mean, it's just below half, but if you can get 20 league goals, bro, I think you've done a solid. We've not had anyone get 20 league goals since Aubameyang, and he won the Golden Boot during then. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Carlos to the world. Man thinks he's cartel. But, yeah, big up Carlos in the building. Obviously, Chelsea won the Club World Cup last night, and they are going to be the champions of the world for the next 4 years. So, yeah, crazy, absolutely demolishing PSG 3-0, man. So yeah, big up to them, I guess, for that. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Obviously Fabrizio saying here we go, is imminent for Gykoeres to Arsenal, can be any minute now. But yeah, remember this is when Gykoeres he's at the Emirates Stadium with the Arsenal shirt in his hands. Gykoeres did everything possible to be an Arsenal player. He tried every way to make it happen. Obviously, his agent giving up that 5 or 6 million euros to try and get the deal sorted for him. So big him up for that. So yeah, man, a lot of people obviously tweeting the same thing about Sami Makabel completing the deal too. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be done probably within the next 2 or 3 days, man. So yeah, big news about that, man, for sure. Obviously, a load of goals there for him scoring. So yeah, there's a lot of news, man, about Victor Gykoeres obviously coming through the door as well. Obviously, David Ornstein did tweet something this morning about Mosquera, talking about potentially Arsenal getting moved on for him. He says, Arsenal working to complete a deal to sign defender Christian Mosquera from Valencia. 21-year-old centre-back is into his last year at Valencia, and Arsenal moved now for a very Arsenal's move. Sorry, the move to Arsenal is now very advanced. Personal terms for the Spanish youth international to make the switch. So yeah, man, a lot of a lot of potential for that deal to obviously get done probably this week as well, man. So potentially he could be on the tour as well. Some nice little cover for Gabriel and Saliba. I don't know if Gabriel's 100% fit after obviously tearing his hamstring in the Fulham game in April. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on, man. I don't know too much about him, but it's one of those ones where we have to make sure he's customized to obviously the team and the league. Big up Latvian Gooner, man, my brother, man. Hope you're good, hope you're well. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He says, big up Tops. We win the league yet? Nah, bro, nah. I wish I could say yeah, but nah, we still got work to do, man. But it's the step in the right direction, Latvian, man. It's a step in the right direction, man. I think a lot of Arsenal fans wanted to get that big striker over the line, man, to really have a guy that you can rely on to really put the goals into the back of the net. So yeah, big yourself up. Anyway, man. Also seem to be on the rise again, to be honest. Best of luck to you. Big up yourself, Finn. Appreciate that, man. Hopefully we can have a decent or a better title race than we did last year, because yeah, we were abysmal for sure. Was it Aubameyang that was the last forward to get 20 goals for you guys? Yeah, it was, bro. In the league anyway. He got 22 goals 2 seasons in a row. One season that he won the Golden Boot. The other season he was 1 goal off from Jamie Vardy, who got 23. So yeah, he was the last guy, man. He was the last guy for sure. And then before that, I think it was Van Persie. I don't think Giroud ever got 20 league goals for us. So yeah, man, they're hard to get, man. They're hard to get. It's not easy, bro. So yeah, hopefully he can establish himself and do it, man. This is why I've got to rate him, Boyman and Vissa, for getting 19 and 20 for themselves for Brentford, because it's a hard achievement to get that 20 goals. Some good strikers normally get you 50. Even like an Ollie Watkins has never got 20. Do you know what I mean? I think the most he's got is 19. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Must say, yeah, they're going to boot, etc. 100%. So if Cole Palmer got 22 Premier League goals, no reason why strikers can't get 20, especially after Boyman and Vissa did. Yeah, exactly, man. Especially when you're playing for a big club that you assume also going to win the majority of their games, or more than they lose in it. So there's going to be opportunities for you to create chances and score goals. Because there was a lot of goals that we didn't score last year where players just missed some easy chances, or they just weren't in the right position. So I can't see why we wouldn't obviously have that same kind of deal this season where we create chances. And if Gykoeres is in the right position, I assume he's going to be scoring a few more goals than we did last year. It says, Carlos, you would hope. We still have super duper Mick. That's true. Big old match and hashtag Glock 9 settings, man. Let's go, people. Oh, man. Obviously, Jesus has got the 9, so I don't know if you can even say that. But, bro, that would be a mad thing if we could get that Glock 9, man. That would bang for sure. I said, big up, finally someone big, 100%. Solanke got 19 at Bomba. This is what I'm saying, bro. There's man them that can get your 18, 19 for a smaller team, bro. And look what he's done at Spurs. I know he got injured a bit, but again, the levels kind of dropped a little bit. So for me, I feel like, again, when you've got that good season and you're creating for the striker, and I think that's why it's key for us to change our system, because we're going to have to try and feed this guy, man. We're going to have to try and set up this guy so he gets a plethora of chances for him to put into the back of the net. Because otherwise, when you're trying to do the thing where you're dropping in and he's playing the false 9, there's going to be a lot of opportunities where he's going to be missing because he's defending, or he's trying to help out or link up play. And you want him in the box for sure. So, yeah, for me, you got to have him in the box. Big up 7 on DR, my bro. What are you telling me, man? Big up Tops the chat. Fire. Ozil did put some on a plate for Giroud. True, he could have got 20 plus. Yes, that is very, very true. They did a massive compilation a couple of years ago, and it was just literally Ozil just feeding in Giroud, and not even just Giroud, other players as well. And yeah, they were just like, we had some of the least clinical players during that period of time. It was only really Sanchez really that was scoring. The likes of Welbeck and Giroud weren't really reliable. Even Theo Wilcock could miss a few. So yeah, 100%, man. They definitely could have, man. So hopefully we don't have the same problem this season. It says first game of the season will be spicy now, 100%, especially with all the news about Gykoeres rejecting Man United. His first game potentially being at Old Trafford as well. I'm sure he's going to get a nice, warm reception, of course. But yeah, that bro, if he scores the OT, man, we will be there, guys. We will be there. I said, yeah, Madueke assistant. Bro, I keep forgetting we were even signing Madueke. Honestly, man, it's crazy. But yeah, Madueke, would he start? I don't know. Maybe on the left. I'm not sure, man. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll definitely see for sure. Man did the save emoji. Big up the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to become a member. Obviously, it's pinned at the start of the chat, man. Only 99p if you want to support the channel. So yeah, big up yourself, everyone, each and every time for being in the chat as always, man. But yeah, obviously that's the main news about Mosquera potentially joining as well for pre-season. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on for sure. Because I feel like, again, if we can try and get as many players in for pre-season to try and get them gelling with the team, that would be ideal. Obviously, more news as well about Leandro Trossard potentially going to Bayern Munich. It says Bayern Munich identify Arsenal star Leandro Trossard as the new transfer target. Mid fears that a Luis Diaz deal might fall through. It says Bayern Munich are reportedly eyeing Trossard as a potential plan B, with the German champions growing increasingly doubtful over the chances of signing Luis Diaz. Trossard's versatility, experience, and short contract make him an appealing alternative as Bayern look to reinforce their left wing options this summer, man. So yeah, obviously there's been a bit of back and forth with Bayern and Liverpool about Luis Diaz. Apparently they've rejected a bid of like 50+ million euros. And again, Liverpool are not open to sell unless it's for a massive fee. You're talking probably 80 or 90 million pounds or something like that. They would obviously consider selling Diaz for. Obviously, he's not worth that. But again, they probably want to get the maximum amount of money because they know they're going to have to try and replace him with someone else. It's a Liverpool standing firm on their stance that Diaz is not for sale, and Bayern have started exploring their alternatives. According to obviously the population blind, Arsenal forward Trossard has emerged as a serious candidate for the German Giants, man. I think that would be a very good move for Trossard personally as well. Like again, back in the Champions League, potentially winning a Bundesliga as well. So yeah, it could be an option, man. Bayern are in urgent need to of obviously wide reinforcements with the following exits of Leroy Sané and Matthias Tel. While Diaz remains their top priority, Trossard experience and contract situation make him more attainable option. Arsenal could be open to a deal to avoid losing him on a free next year. Additionally, the Belgium international recent changes agents. Yeah, I said that before. So yeah, that potentially could be a thing. It says Trossard scored 10 goals and provided 10 assists across 56 appearances last season, providing to be a valuable attacking option for Mikel Arteta. He was also deputized effectively as a central striker during the injuries of Havertz and obviously Jesus as well. So someone that's very versatile that can play in a number of positions. Big up the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video, man, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done it already. Let me get into these comments, man. It says, for real, there's a compilation album on YouTube. Need to check this out. Yeah, bro. Someone did one where they just had Ozil just set up a plethora of players, whether it's obviously Welbeck, Giroud, all those kind of players, man, in that kind of era where they were just missing like literal sitters, man, for sure. But yeah, man, 52 mil for Madueke. We don't sign backups for such prices. I have to agree with you, bro. This is kind of the worry about that kind of winger kind of link as well. And there's nothing really been concrete since we've signed Madueke in terms of us potentially getting that left forward option. Obviously, if things can change, if we can sell some players, then potentially they'll leave a little bit of room for another kind of top signing to come in. But whether we can sell those players in time, who knows? Again, we're not notorious of selling very well. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that for sure. Latvian says big club pay big prices. Mr. Battle Red. Why do I feel like Drew got better at finishing as he got older? I literally never had any problems with Drew's finishing. He was our best striker at one point. Yeah, I feel like that was the case, man. You see with certain strikers, bro. Like Vardy was his other one. I think Drogba, obviously. Some strikers just get better with age and obviously get a bit more seasoned. But honestly, our Arsenal, bro, he used to miss some sitters, man. And again, it wasn't always his fault because at the same time, we only had him as the main striker. So when he was out of form, you just had to play him because we literally had no one else. At one point, we brought back Bentner on loan, and he wasn't really obviously at the level. So we had to play him in a few games, but it wasn't a lot. So yeah, Giroud would have to just play through his bad form. Obviously, he went through that period where he went 15 games without scoring a goal, which is kind of mad considering some of the teams we were playing against, like a whole city and stuff like that, and he just couldn't hit a barn door, man. So yeah, I think the way you utilized him, where you had a couple of obviously other striking options, so you could rotate him. I think you still had a Higuain then and a couple of other striker options that you could have played. I think that was probably the best way. Whereas at Arsenal, it was kind of just him or nothing else kind of thing until we started to play like Sanchez there and stuff like that. And then when he started to be on the bench a bit more, that's when he started to be a bit more, not even useful, but you start to see less of his like finishing prowess, obviously in account, because again, you were using him more sporadically, man. So yeah, things were just one of those things, man. I said true, but this is Arsenal, small club mentality and all that. Plus, Arteta has replaced Martinelli for 3 years for sure, bro. We wanted Modric, we wanted Pedro Neto. These in the last, we wanted Rafinha. People forget this. These are the kind of obviously wingers we were linked with in the last 3 or 4 or 5 seasons that we just didn't get over the line for whatever reason. So yeah, we wanted a left winger for a while now, and I just can't see why. After all this time, you'd want to try and change someone who's predominantly a right winger into a left winger. It just doesn't make any sense when you've got an opportunity now to actually get a proper left winger who could be available on the market. I'm not saying it's just Rodrigo. Obviously, other left wingers are available, man. I would definitely take Lookman. I think he's a good player as well. Someone that can play on that left-hand side and on the right too. And he would be obviously relatively cheaper than a Rodrigo or someone like that. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It says I'm gutted Madueke couldn't celebrate yesterday with the team. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Obviously, he's having a medical for Arsenal. So I get that. You want him back. We're laughing emoji. So Trossard uses us as a stepping stone if he goes to Bayern. Nah, I hear it, man. It's stepping stone settings, bro, for sure. Now, like Vienna, I want Barcola or Rodrigo. Barcola would be a good shot as well, man. That's another player that you think if PSG are going to try and get maybe some reinforcements, then yeah, he should be on the market, and the more teams should definitely be after him for sure. It says, yeah, he's got his Maduki excuse now. Surprised if you guys sell both Trossard and Martinelli, though. Yeah, that's the kind of issue as well. Like, I'll be very shocked too if we sell both of them. I feel like it's going to be one or the other, if I'm being honest, man. And for me, I feel like it's going to be more Trossard, considering he's got a year left. He's older, etc., etc. And if you get the 20 mil for him, you can kind of say you got our kind of money back. I think we pay like 20 mil plus like 5 million add-ons for him or something like that. So yeah, man, I think he's probably more likely going to be him. But you never know, man. You never know. Someone could come in for Martinelli. Like I said, it is still only July. Obviously, it's going fast paced because I know a lot of fans want players in for preseason, but the window ends in September, so there's still like obviously over a month. Well, yeah, over a month to go. Probably about 6 or 7 weeks to go, man. So there's going to be some news stories that I've not even broken yet that we'll see potentially moves for certain teams, man, and certain players. So yeah. I said one of them is going. I think it looks like it's going to be Trossard, but who knows? Even these days, yeah, for sure, bro. I feel like it could be a flick up, man. And again, you're always hearing something new like this. Obviously, news about Bayern Munich obviously came into fruition the last couple of days, man. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It says obviously Bayern will continue to monitor Diaz's situation, but could soon accelerate talks with Arsenal for Trossard. The Gunners must now decide whether to extend the Belgium's deal or cash in before the new campaign starts. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be one or the other, man. I think we're probably either gonna cash in and obviously get the deal over the line, or potentially obviously extend his contract as well. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. Obviously, another news as well, just quickly going over it. Arsenal set to start new talks over Christian Mosquera after the Spanish defender tells Valencia he wants to join Premier League giants, man. Mosquera has reportedly made his intentions clear to Valencia that he wants to join Arsenal. The Spanish centre-back has already agreed personal terms with the Gunners. As per early reports, a new round of talks is scheduled for within the next week between the two clubs as Arteta's side aim to finalize a summer deal for the highly rated 19-year-old. So yeah, that's obviously another deal maybe on the miss. It says Gunners to reopen talks with 20 million pound bid planned. I think it's about 16 or 17 million pounds, something like that. So which again for a backup isn't too bad, to be honest with you. And it says obviously Mosquera has informed Valencia he does not plan to renew his contract and he has a heart set. He has a move set on Arsenal. The Gunners have had 2 bids rejected so far, with the most recent one worth 15 million euros, which is about 12 million pound. But are preparing to return to the table. They want to come back with 20 million euro deal, 17 million pound as well. So yeah, that would be definitely an option to definitely have. It says his current deal ends in a year's time, and obviously they're resigned to losing the. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's 19 though. I'm sure he's older than. I'm sure he's like 21 or something. So they've definitely got that wrong. But yeah, obviously we're looking to meet their 20 million euro valuation. Like I said, I'm not seeing too much of him, if I'm being honest. But for me, it's just kind of the position that needs covering, to be honest with you. And I feel like again, if you can try and get that sorted for pre-season, you can kind of integrate him into the team, into the side, and go from there for sure, man. And yeah, we'll see. We'll have to obviously see what happens with that as well, man. Big up everyone tuning in the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. But yeah, we'll see. That's another. Let's go on to that. But yeah, man, big up everyone tuning in. Obviously, what was I gonna say? It says currently watching you. Wait, what? Yeah, you need to allow that, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like up the video and subscribe to the channel, of course. T-Chanzo Sports, the home of sports. If you want to become a member, obviously the link is pinned at the top of the chat as well. So yeah, man, there's a lot of things obviously to work on for sure. But yeah, man, big up everyone tuning in. Obviously, the big news obviously was yesterday. It was yeah, Chelsea winning the Club World Cup, man. He says we've never seen a team do this to PSG. Our Chelsea won the Club World Cup. I can't believe what I'm seeing. If you could, PSG has obviously been beating everyone from pillar to post, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. But yeah, they came up trumps when they faced Chelsea, New Jersey, as the team obviously arrived in a 3-goal lead at the half-time when João Pedro scored the 3rd goal after Cole Palmer, who scored the other 2, created that one as well. Obviously, people were amazed. Andros Townsend said, we've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it, man. And yeah, this is crazy. So how did Maresca's side manage to do it? And how good are this Chelsea side? He says, Palmer thrives as the Blues produce a tactical masterclass. As often as the case has been in the last 2 seasons, Palmer played well. Meant Chelsea played well, of course. The 23-year-old has operated predominantly down the middle as a conventional number 10 for much of the season, but at times he struggled in that position. At one point, he went 18 games without scoring. Recently, it was the most difficult time of his career on and off the pitch. Which says, however, having moved back onto the right-hand side during the tournament, his position, he's made it under his own over as well as previous boss Pochettino. He's looked somewhere near his best again. He says Chelsea have clearly prioritized a fast start in the final, with Mosquera saying they thought they should have won the game in the first 10 minutes with their aggressive approach and high pressing, putting their opponents in unfamiliar stress. Now, I did see that when I was doing the watch along for the game. Actually, go and check that out. Got really good numbers on that, actually. Big up, obviously, everyone that tuned in for that. But yeah, when I said that at the time, I said, bro, these guys are really, really aggressive, especially in the first 5 or 10 minutes, man, and looking more likely to score. The idea was to go man for man, because if you leave spaces to PSG, they will kill you. So we tried to be very aggressive, suffocate them early on, and that intensity was crucial in the first 10 minutes. And this is the average player position of Chelsea, man. Look how obviously compact they are, and again, look how they're next to each other, literally trying to block all the spaces. Only really that gap there, which again they can kind of isolate, man. They're literally just encouraging PSG to go down the flanks, but again, they've got very good 1v1 defenders, fullbacks as well. So yeah, man, I feel like again it was a good game plan, and just to be so compact, it just blocks all the space in the midfield. And now you're gonna have to try and go to the down the wing areas, but unless you're going to beat Cucurella and Gusto 1v1 a plethora of times, which they didn't, it's going to be very difficult for you to create any chances. This is once Chelsea had asserted their authority, it was obvious they were keen to target PSG's left-hand side, with João Pedro frequently drifting out to the wide to pair it with Bomba. Thought they had a very good combination play, to be fair. If I'm being honest, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Let me have a look. It says, big up 7 on DR. Says, can this guy play left back? Because I feel like California is going to move into the centre back position. He'll soon be playing next to Saliba and Gabriel. You know what? I feel like he's played right back 10 times for Valencia, and he's played centre back, right sided and left sided centre back. So I feel like this is more like a Tomiyasu kind of replacement. Calafiori, again, he's one of those ones where I'm not really even looking at too tough, because again, he was very injury prone last season. Not to say he's not a good player going forward, but I don't know if you can rely on him, if I'm being honest, already. So yeah, maybe potentially if we can sell Zinchenko, depending on what happens with Kivior, you might be looking to try and get even like another centre back kind of left back kind of option in there as well. Maybe like a Hato for sure. Man said, this is my moment. Yeah, obviously you won the trophy, so I thought I'm gonna cover it for sure. But yeah, Tops, so which players would you sell after all your incomings are sorted? Bro, I think Zinchenko definitely has to leave. He's on massive wages. If we can try and get rid of Jesus, I know it's kind of difficult. He's injured, and again, but it's just the wages, man. 265, and he's been injured for the majority of the time at Arsenal, so that's definitely one. Reece Nelson's one we've got to get rid of. Fabio Vieira is another player that he has to go. He has to be sold. Lokonga has to be sold as well. So that's 5 off the top of my head. Me personally, I'd keep Kivior. I feel like towards the end of last season, he did a very good job in terms of filling in for Gabriel. And again, but it all depends. If he's not happy with obviously the lack of game time he gets when Gabriel's fit, then for me, you got to sell him and try and get someone else in. But other than that, bro, I feel like, again, the rest of the players, I think have got a decent part to play in the squad for now. And not to say that in a year's time, you don't look at the likes of Havertz, for example, who's on a lot of money. Do you end up moving him on? Obviously, Martinelli's another one potentially. If we can get a left winger in, I'll probably move on as well, man. So there's a few players there that you can wiggle around with and potentially move on from as well. But for me, it's the kind of the squad players that don't really have a significant part of obviously Arsenal's first term future, like the guys that went on out loan, like Reece Nelson and Zinchenko and these guys like Fabio Vieira, man. So yeah, I'd definitely get rid of them for sure. It says, I'm just saying, by the way, see Reece James, we saw Trent try and invert into midfield and he couldn't do it with a laughing emoji. Listen, man, you and Jerry need to sort that out, because again, he said obviously Trent was the guy. So Reece James has played very well, to be honest with you. He did play very well in the midfield for sure. I said the manager with an eye emoji. Yeah, listen, I can't even disagree with that. I can't even disagree with that. Excellent start with a thumbs up. It says, man made money off Chelsea. I told you before, my friend. He a Chelsea fan, said he should make an outright bet on them to win because they got English route in the competition. They did go on to win it. I said the season starts in 3 weeks, though. We're going to be knackered. Free pass for the next season, please. Yeah, now you man are going to be tired, bro. I was thinking about it as well. I don't know whether you're going to be tired straight away, whether you can carry on the momentum of just winning the trophy. So you might be all right during the first part of the season and then get tired towards the end, or you might be like the other way. You might be tired at the start and then gain momentum at the end. But you got to assume there's going to be a little bit of fatigue during the part of the season where you might not pick up results because, again, you've literally just played the whole way through. But yeah, man. It says, in my opinion, Saka's camp knew what they were doing with that sneaky 3-year deal. Chelsea should go for him on the free now. We're the champions of the world. We'll be monitoring. Yeah, this is what I mean, man. We'll be monitoring his form next season. Yeah, bro, we need to try and get Saka. Saka and Saliba need to be signed up ASAP Rocky, man. I can't even lie, man. ASAP Rocky, man. Must say Jared don't watch football, man. Yeah, true, man. Crazy. But yeah, back obviously onto Chelsea. They said Townsend described it as a tactical masterclass. It was a very good tactical performance for sure. That's what they've done here. They've stretched this PSG team. We've never seen a team do that to them, says obviously John Obi Mikel, who was a pundit for DAZN and Channel 5. We value it as much as the Champions League, but perhaps even more. There's been a debate about how much this newly expanded competition means. The trophy does mean you can call yourself world champions until the next competition is played, scheduled for 2029. And Chelsea will be able to wear a badge on their kit to reiterate that. It's also been worth 80 to 90 million in prize money. The fans will have the bragging rights for the next 4 years. Says Townsend, nobody will be able to say anything to Chelsea fans because they won. They are the world champions. Not for 1 year, but for 4 years until 2029. Wow, what an achievement. There was no doubt that how much it meant to the players and staff who celebrated as enthusiastically as they won the Champions League or the Premier League trophy. Their players clashed with the PSG team on the pitch afterwards, with the French champions visibly upset with the defeat, with the Blues boss acting as the peacemaker. I felt like this competition would be as important, or if not more important than Champions League, says Maresca. I was lucky enough to be a part of the coaching staff at Manchester City that won the Champions League 3 years ago, but this competition features the best teams in the world. That's why we value it as much as the Champions League, or perhaps even more. For us, it was a great triumph, allowing Chelsea fans to wear that world champion patch on their shirts is a source of pride for us. Palmer added, it's a great feeling, even better because everyone doubted us before the game. We knew that to put a fight on like that, we did. It was very, very good. So yeah, man, obviously they're obviously happy with their situation there. Man said, yeah, Tops is cooked. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. When you deep it, it's a long day. I'll be honest, it is a long day. It is a very, very long day, man. But so it go in it, like so it go. I said, man, I've laughed at Chelsea's recruitment under Todd Bowley, but they have spent somewhere in the region of £1.5 billion on players since his takeover in 2022, and handed out a host of contracts lasting 7, 8, even 9 years. 18 months ago, Gary Neville called them the £1 billion bottle jobs after they lost the Carabao Cup final to Liverpool. But after the Conference League and the Club World Cup trophies this year, they are actually looking good. They're the youngest squad of any team at the Club World Cup, with no player older than 27, so they should only get better. So could they be thinking of challenging for the Premier League title now? Wales legend Gareth Bale, watching from the zone, I don't think they're too far off it at all. Last season before Christmas, everyone was talking about them as contenders. Yes, very true. You were second for a period. So why not, man? Why not? You've obviously improved some of your obviously starting lineup with João Pedro, Liam Delap on the bench as well, which is two players you didn't have last year. So yeah, I don't see why not, man. Obviously they're a young team and fell, but I think they'll learn from that. They've shown a lot of character to come back and win the Conference League, and now this conference the confidence will be booming. They have the self-belief now. Says obviously the squad. Carlos says the FIFA Club World Cup will gain more respect, but winning the Champions League is the key to getting into it. So it should motivate other teams now, especially with the prize money. Yeah, the money. The money, yeah, definitely. Because that's definitely a massive key factor for sure. It says Carragher said we're not a talented squad. Yeah, man, he was moving a bit, man. I can't lie. I feel like everyone just went a bit over the top, man, with that. To be fair, because you did have some good players, especially the season where you got Maresca in. But yeah, I think people just thought you guys would be 12th again. So. And they just went a bit mad with it. I'm so glad John Obi Mikel is a pundit. I've been starving. Listen, it was him, Hasselbank. Who else did you have, man? I can't even remember, bro. Now, you know, he was all right. Balak for a piece, but obviously you didn't keep him for long as a pundit in it. He was all right. Obviously, Lampard dips in and out, but obviously he's normally a manager. So, yeah, you don't really have too many, man, bro. Hasselbank's been your guy, fam. Man said this is a new club, one capable of winning again. And those involved want recognition for their achievements. I said Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez should be considered among the best midfielders in the world. Gykoeres is arguably the best left back in the Premier League and potentially the world. There's also some promising talent coming through, like Colwell, Gusto, and new players like Andre Santos. João Pedro has already 3 goals in the Club World Cup and was crucial to the Chelsea tournament success. With fellow striker signing Liam Delap has looked lively in the United States as well. Another new signing, Jamie Gittins has yet to even join, and Esteval Willian also is joining for preseason in August, man. So you got a few new players, man, a few new attacking wingers too, and yeah, it could be a fresh new Chelsea team for sure. A fresh new Chelsea team for sure, man. But yeah, they've gone on to win the Club World Cup. What did I say about Cucurella? Nah, he's a good player, man. I'm not gonna sit here and hate, bro. He's a very, very good player. He's definitely improved dramatically, man. Because obviously, when he first got to Chelsea, there was a period where, again, obviously he struggled to adapt, and this is what I think he was on the bench a little bit under Pochettino. But over the last probably 18 months, probably even before the Euros, leading up to that, obviously how he played in Euros and then the whole of last season, he has been very, very, very good. To be fair, very good. But yeah, my man said Enzo Fernandez, Casado. I need to talk to Colin. Yeah, when Arsenal and Chill is going to be Tuesday, sorry, 6:30. So yeah, make sure you guys put a notification bell for that. Me and Colin will be back talking on all things Arsenal and obviously engaging in the chat. So that should be fun. Again, he was Colin, big him up every single time. I think he was the guy that didn't rate any of the players that you just named. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what his take is on it now. Obviously now you've won the Club World Cup. So yeah, very, very interesting, man. Very, very interesting, man. Big up everyone that's tuned into the building, man. Make sure you guys like up the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want to come, remember, it is pinned in the chat as well. So yeah, man. Big up everyone that's tuned in for sure. Big up everyone in the building. Big up everyone in the building, man. But yeah, man. Obviously, when you're looking at Arsenal and looking at the likes of Chelsea and all these kind of teams, you're just thinking if they can do a bit more deals in the transfer window, how they're going to be looking. Can they rival the likes of Manchester City? Can they rival the likes of Liverpool going into the new season? I think they possibly can, depending on who they bring in, who they sign, etc., etc., etc. And it's going to be an interesting one to see if they can try and get the top quality players you need to try and get and push them to the brink. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll definitely see for sure. We'll definitely see for sure. Obviously, just in other news, Luka Modric is on his way to Italy as he will soon land as a new AC Milan player. I need to obviously get Colin's word on this as well. Because yeah, he's going to be joining AC Milan. A guy that obviously, again, I'm still surprised he's even still playing, man. But big him up for the longevity, man. Obviously, he's had a tremendous career for Real Madrid and also getting Croatia to a World Cup final as well. So yeah, big him up for that, and hopefully he does all right in the Italian league. I think potentially it might suit him, the slower pace of the league compared to La Liga. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, just more news about Ethan Nwaneri and with Mikel Arteta, with the apparently him agreeing a deal close. But yeah, could be another one to look out for as well. Galatasaray and Napoli back in active talks today to get Victor Osimhen deal done. Very cheap, man. Look at this: 40 million euros immediate payment, and then 35 million euros in installments, man. That is brother. they're paying by Monzo, bro. What's going on here? What's the install? I've never seen installments that much, bro. 35 mil in add-ons, basically. Oh my lord! Now being discussed with the payment terms as key factor as the well as the bank guarantees. So yeah, Osimhen, man, Osimhen to Galatasaray. I'm so shocked. It must be the wages, man. But why not a lot of other teams going in for him? You still need to have looking at Spurs needing a striker. Liverpool need a striker still. You can argue Chelsea still want a striker. I know João Pedro is probably going to be the number 9, but I don't think Chelsea fans would turn their noses up at Osimhen if they were offered the opportunity. Bro, there's still a lot of teams that need one, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy, man. I just don't understand it for sure. I don't understand it for sure, man. Man said, ain't no way Gykoeres is the best left back potentially in the world. They just play against one of them. Nuno. Cole Palmer put him in the spliff though. Yeah, bro. Paul Palmer ran him ragged, man. I feel like though, again, I feel like this is what I said about PSG underestimating them. I just don't think they did the due diligence as well, man. They let Cole Palmer have too many times 1v1 with a player, bro. Cutting onto his left foot. Do a bit more research, man. You got to double up on these kind of players so they don't hurt you in it. So yeah, man. But yeah, obviously Mendes is a good player as well. But Cucurella definitely has to be very, very good. How did we kick Sanchez out this starting 11 after being crowned world's best? Bro, you can't, man. He's going to be your starting goalkeeper now. I can't even lie. My guy. I can't even lie. Modric, the legend, 100%. I say Cucurella is top 2, especially after Euros, but currently the best in the Prem. Listen, there's not a plethora of top-class left-backs in the Prem at the minute. You would say, when you look at, obviously, Gykoeres is pretty young. Obviously, still has a lot to prove at Liverpool. Obviously, just joined. You got Arsenal's one. Again, Mars is not even a left-back, and he's very young as well. Calafiori is injury-prone, and he's not even a left-back either, so they're out of it. Man United, just forget about them. Tottenham, again, they've been playing Spence, who's not even a left-back, at left-back. He's normally a right-back. He played very well, but he's not an actual left-back. And then Man City, Guardiola, again, normally centre-back. They play there, Kanji. So, yeah, there's no real kind of top kind of left backs anyway, really. You just got that position seems to be the most makeshift position probably in the Premier League. Like you've got midfielders playing there, you got right backs playing there, you got centre backs playing there. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, there's not really a lot of options for sure in the Premier League. I mean, Lewis Hall's a very good player for Newcastle. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I said we could have got Osimhen, bro. Why didn't we go for him? I think it's the wages, Latvian, bro. I think that's the only thing I can think of. The wages is crazy, man. Like, because yeah, I just don't understand either, man. Because he's a player that you look at his goal track record. He scored, won obviously Napoli the Serie A title. He's gone to Galatasaray, scored a load of goals there. So yeah, man, it's just one of those ones where I don't understand. I didn't know that was his fee. Yeah, for sure. Again, Galatasaray, and the thing is, well, I remember a couple of seasons ago, Napoli were touting him at like 100 plus, 120 mil, 110 mil. I remember the president running up his mouth saying, yeah, he wants nothing less than 120. And now look at it, man. They look like they're going to sell him for like 70 million euros, bro. So even pretty cheaper than before. Osimhen has an attitude problem. Apparently, yeah, that's the. I don't think that's true, man. I just think again the agents kind of moved him out of a deal for sure. To be honest, 100 million for Enzo we've spread over across 9 years, so roughly 11 million a season. Fair. Carlos, that's a mortgage and a half. We've just paid Tierney more, man. He would have been one of the best. Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, bro, Tierney was. There's just injuries with him, man. Because again, it was one of those ones where when he was fit, he was very good left back. I rated him. I think going forward and defensively, he was very, very good. But yeah, Arteta wants to obviously move away from that conventional kind of left back situation option, which I definitely disagree with. Because I feel like again, he's someone that can fill in and do a decent job and provide something a bit different, man. But yeah, we got Carlos. He said I still take Osimhen, but we've got no real egos in the team now. Nobody's on ridiculous wages. True, and we've seen it. I mean, there's no probably coincidence that you see PSG and obviously Chelsea in the final. And like you said, they're both they're young teams. There's no kind of star players in terms of like an Mbappe or Vinicius, like, you know, those kind of star names. And they're the guys that made it to the final. So maybe that might be the way to go, man. Maybe that might be the way to go in just this current era. You don't really need like your Neymars and these kind of big star names. If you just have a proper team that they all work with each other and they all see each other as equals, then yeah, maybe that might be the way forward. Try subbing Osimhen off on the 70th minute for the lap. He's kicking off. Yeah, that is a very good point. That is a very good point, to be fair. Or Jackson, innit? Jackson wants minutes. So Osimhen's coming off. It's 1-1 at the bridge. Yeah, man, that'll be another issue as well. Best keep Pedro and Delap. Best keep Pedro and Delap. Blame his agent. Yeah, man, for sure. For sure, man, for sure. I mean, his agent just moved mad. He just wanted extra money for no reason, bro. And but yeah, man. De Laurentiis, that Napoli president, is a problem to deal with. Yeah, bro, he's a nightmare, man. I'm trying to remember what he wasn't Napoli. He wasn't Osimhen. I'm trying to remember. There was a player that Arsenal wanted from Napoli, and he was just talking so much all the time. It was so annoying, bro. And yeah, I think we just sacked it off. I can't remember what player it was though, man. It might have been the Koulibaly. I can't remember. There was a player that we were linked with, and they were just coming out saying quotes. It's going to be 80 million, 100 million. Like, bro, just like, yeah, just talking, doing way too much, man. Latvian Gunnar, I remember the last summer, sorry, it was 200 million for Osimhen and Kevin Skelia, and now they're both going for 140 million combined. 100%, bro, 100%. I feel like, again, he's talked his way out of the deals, bro, because, again, he gasses these kind of guys up, but then to the point where people get put off because they're like, bro, we just want a smooth sailing kind of transfer dealings with your team. Like, we don't want to be having to go back and forth when you're charging X amount of money and then we can't afford it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I agree, man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, but winning Serie A with McTominay, Billing, and Gilmore, midfield is wild. Yeah, bro, fair play to Conte, man. Because yeah, he did the thing. He did the thing. To be fair, man said Conte is excellent at squeezing lemons for sure. Man said he couldn't do it at Spurs though. Why are you angry about that? Well, yeah, he couldn't do it at Spurs, man. Bro, they just needed to back him, man. Like he said in the conference, man. Where's the money? Give me the money. There's no money. Big up Conte, fan. That made me crease every single time. But yeah, man, they needed to back him properly, man. Because again, he literally got them top 4 when I think they were like 6th or 7th. They were low down when he took over. And obviously they overtook Arsenal. And that was with no signing. So yeah, and then the next summer, they didn't give him the plays that he wanted, didn't it? And then he kicked off. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And man, he understands the light bulb. Yeah, true. Very, very true. What is Osimhen weekly wages though? Because we could have actually also played the waiting game for him, like we're doing now, and got him just like Galatasaray. Ain't nobody on the kind of use, bro. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, for sure. I don't know, man. I feel like again, the rumors are that he wants over 400 million euros. Sorry, 400,000 K a week. So I don't know if that's obviously true. That's a lot of money though, and I don't think a lot of players or a lot of teams will be willing to break their wage structure for that. That's the only issue, man. Because you're looking at it thinking, wow, that's a lot of money for you to obviously spend on one kind of player. Weekly wage in it, and again, Osimhen has had a few injury problems. Only that one season where he missed a lot for Napoli, but the other season's been all right, to be fair. But again, it's a lot of money into one striker, man. And I don't know if clubs want to really break their structure for that, considering other players are going to ask for more for sure. We got Carlos who says McTominay got MVP. Man United are a serious problem, bro. Where is Korean, man? I've not seen him in the building, man. Where is he at, bro? Where is he at? But yeah, Man United. You've seen it with Anthony as well. Even Rashford had a decent little spell at Aston Villa. But they've had that kind of stigma against their team for years, bro, Man United, in terms of players leave them and they just, in terms of actual individual performances, they just improve significantly. So you have to look and say, well, is it actually the player that's rubbish? Even like when the Korean goes on about the players that they've got now, is it actually the players or is it some of the, is it just the environment at Man United? Would a Mason Mount go to another team and perform better? I think he personally would. And especially with some of the other players they've got as well. So, yeah, man, it's definitely something that they have to sort out because again, they'll just be in the same position for sure. Obviously, some more news about Gykoeres. Says understand the agents have landed in London to seal the deal for Arsenal. All set for Victor to travel for a medical as soon as the details will be sorted. 63.5 million euros plus 10 million deal almost agreed. Commission reduced as it has fixed today. So yeah, that's obviously Gykoeres in the Arsenal shirt. So yeah. Fingers crossed. Again, Madueke will sign his Arsenal contract until 2030. Later today, after completing the final part of his medical test. That's Madueke in the Arsenal shirt. So yeah, man, it's crazy stuff, man. A big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel, of course. I said, or is it Arsenal? Every player that leaves Arsenal. Yeah, that's very true as well. That's another thing. That is another thing. That is another thing for sure. To be fair, tops all the players that Arteta feel off have gone to win. Yeah, very true. I have to admit that it's true as well. So yeah, maybe listen, the Man United problem is there, and definitely the Arsenal problem with winning trophies is definitely there for sure, man. Because bro, the list is crazy. How many players have won trophies since leaving Arsenal, man? Going back to like 2017 and that. So yeah, nasty work, really, nasty work. But yeah, man said, what the hell? What do you mean, bro? But yeah, obviously, yeah, it's going to be signing his contract today. So. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. Big up everyone was tuned in. Obviously, talking about Gykoeres news again. Obviously, into Miami signing a player as well. Barca are yet to decide whether or not they want to proceed with the Rashford deal or not. So it's not about a loan or a permanent. No club-to-club talks yet, as it's all about Barca's internal decision on the winger they want. Rashford still dreams about joining Barcelona. I mean, if he gets a Barcelona move, then fair play. Because again, I don't know what he's done to warrant that, but yeah. Hey, listen, if they want you, then you got to take it with both hands for sure. You get me? So, yeah, man. Kind of see him at Barca? I don't know. I feel like, again, they're still looking at winger options. They were supposed to get Nico Williams for sure. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up the chat. It says, mutant alert. Who? I must have missed this. Who is this, man? Who is this? But, yeah, man. Big up the chat as always. Let me get back into it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know where Rashford's going to go. To be fair, obviously, I don't think he's going to stay at Man United. It might even be potentially a loan somewhere. I'm not sure where though. So, but yeah, for me, obviously, Man United needs to just obviously get rid of him because of the wages, man, and the fact that they've kind of ostracized him and he's not going to be a part. It's not going to be a part of the obviously the lineup going forward. So we'll have to wait and see, man. Big up Latvian Goodness says, how the hell these players managed to fall upwards, bro? I have no idea, man. Man's gone from being ostracized at Man United to again, to be fair, even getting the Villa move was decent considering they're in the Champions League at the time. So he was able to play Champions League football after being ostracized for the majority of the season, and now potentially going to the Spanish champions, Barcelona, one of the top teams in Europe. Anyway, so yeah, if he can manage to get a deal, imagine if it's permanent as well. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll see, man. I feel like he definitely would have to subsidize some of his wages, man, because I don't think Barca will be willing to pay 300 grand a week for him. But fair play if he gets the move, man. Fair enough. Obviously, on about Enzo Maresca as the Club World Cup, I told my players that this competition will be more important than the Champions League in the future. And that's obviously them with the trophy. That's your man there from Benfica going to Real Madrid. Not heard too much about him, but yeah, be very, very interesting, man. Obviously, these are the guys that won the awards. Garcia won top goal scorer. Due won best young player, best goalkeeper. Pardon me. Sanchez, player of the tournament, was Cole Palmer in the end, obviously scoring 2 goals in the final. And obviously Chelsea winning the whole thing. Master Barca will win La Liga again. Yeah, I mean, what do you man think about Real Madrid, man? I know it's obviously early days. I don't know if he's the right manager for that group of players. I feel like Real Madrid, apart from Zidane, but I think Zidane had the respect as how he was as a player. I'm not saying Xabi Alonso doesn't, because Xabi Alonso was a very good player as well. But I think Zidane was kind of one of those things where he kind of just took the mantle. And I think because if I'm correct, I think he was the assistant for Ancelotti for one of the Champions League wins anyway. So the transition was a bit more smoother. So the players already knew him. But I think that's kind of the only real kind of example I can use where Real Madrid kind of get like a rookie / younger manager, and it kind of works. I feel like for them kind of players, they need that kind of old guard they respect. Someone that obviously knows what they're doing. Not to say Xabi Alonso doesn't, but someone that's a bit more experienced in dealing with top players and obviously doing new philosophies and stuff like that. Because I don't know, man. The way they got dismantled by PSG was kind of crazy, if I'm being honest. And it's gonna take a lot of wiggle room for sure. But yeah, man, it's a company did the same to Bayern Munich with a laughing emoji. Yeah, it's true. Sanchez, myself, I can't believe it, bro. Listen, that means he's gonna be your starting keeper now, man. He's gonna be your starting keeper for sure. But yeah. Carlos, you can try and sell Sanchez to United. They need a keeper, to be fair. They do need a keeper. I know Anana's going to be injured now for 5 or 6 weeks and potentially miss the Arsenal game now. So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing for them, to be honest. But yeah, man, must try. It's early days for Alonso because Alonso is very system heavy, so they need coaching before we see the new identity. But Vinicius and Mbappe don't want to press from the front. It's tricky. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Just in terms of the personnel they've got in it, I feel like they need a certain type of manager that can not let them get away with things, but that can adapt to the reluctance of them wanting to do certain things. Because I don't think, because they've been so used to not doing it, especially Mbappe. Mbappe's never pressed really at PSG, in Monaco. Like, that's not the type of player he's been, even for France. They don't really press like that, innit? So you've got to try and either work around it or obviously try and get him to press, which is going to be difficult considering the ages that he's been used to not doing it. So I don't know, man. It's a difficult one, man. He says Real Madrid were better off bringing Marino back just to become a transitional team. Possibly, and I feel like it's more a case of, again, someone that's been there, done that, knows what it takes to obviously win those kind of trophies and probably knows how to navigate like those kind of top players in those certain situations. Because for me, again, like you said, Alonso, and I feel like maybe that's why he's trying to try and get not Rodrigo out, but he's trying to get some new players in to try and get his identity there. Because again, I feel like when you're just kind of having players that have already been there, part of the furniture, used to a certain kind of system role to normally play. When you try and change that up, there is going to be a bit of teething problems, a bit of obviously resistance to an extent. Because again, these players are used to not tracking back, not running hard, not working hard off the ball. They kind of get the ball, do their thing, get the celebrations kind of thing. And now you're kind of changing that where the system is highly dependent on them really working hard off the ball so that all of the team can push forward and try and score goals. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult to transition into that for sure. I said their back four is horrendous too. They need a new centre back, but Militao is back. Yeah, I mean, big up Militao, man. Big him up because obviously he's done 2 ACL injuries in the last 2 years. So again, but he's one of those ones where for me, you're probably gonna have to make him like not backup, but kind of ease him in a little bit because again, the amount of games you're gonna be playing Champions League, obviously league games or whatever. And he's done both. He's literally done both of his ACLs, which is crazy. So big him up for being back. But yeah, it's gonna be one that you're probably gonna have to ease in. Housing, obviously, they brought in again, young centre back, definitely got a lot of potential. Don't know if he's at the level required to really challenge for the Champions League and obviously La Liga yet. Obviously, remains to be seen. But yeah, they definitely do need a revamp for sure. I said Rodrigo is 30. Rudiger, sorry, is 33 now. Yeah, he's getting on a bit, man. He's definitely getting on a bit. This is why I feel like they are after the likes of Konate and obviously Saliba as well. Is another one. Alonso won't last beyond the season. Player power and Perez asset protection will end his stint. Possibly, if they don't win one of the majors, man, he probably will get sacked, man. That's the thing with Real Madrid. They don't mess about, bro. You're not getting 3-4 year projects thing. If you don't come in and do well, you'll get in the chop straight away, man. So yeah, you ain't got a lot of time like that. Looking like Konate on a free, then maybe Saliba, possibly, man. I definitely think Konate is probably going to be the one. I think again he's not happy with the contract situation with Liverpool. I think he feels like they're undercutting him a little bit because he's been a pivotal part of the team winning the league. And I think he's on significantly less than the rest of the starting lineup players, apart from Diaz. So, yeah, potentially he could leave. And I don't feel like Liverpool want another Trent situation where you've literally left 2 of your starting back 4 go on a free to Real Madrid. So, potentially he could get sold this summer, man, which could be a problem for Liverpool because I feel like they need another centre-back anyway with Konate. So, if Konate leaves, you need 2 then because you've only really got now Kwanzaa's left, Gomez, Van Dijk, and Konate. Really, and even Gomez can be injury prone. So you've really got 2, the ones that you can actually depend on. And again, you're relying on them both to stay fit. Konate does have injury problems as well. So that might be an issue too. So yeah, there's a lot of things to definitely worry about for sure. For sure, man. Real can have Martinelli in exchange for Rodrigo if they want. So yeah, 100%. I'll take that as well, bro. I'll take that as well. Gentleman's agreement, 100% Latvian. I'll take that as well. That'll be a nice little deal for us for sure. That'd be a nice little deal for us for sure, man. But yeah, we're interested to see what Real Madrid do, man. If I'm being honest, I still, like Carlos said, I still have Barcelona as favorites for the La Liga title. And yeah, with the Champions League, obviously you can never rule Real Madrid out because it's Real Madrid. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult when they come up against maybe some of the teams that do press that have got a bit of a younger spine, a bit more of an attacking flair. I think they might find some problems. Obviously, that's the new Chelsea shirt they're going to be wearing, the world champions, and obviously the badge in the middle for the next 4 years. It's on about Gykoeres again, obviously Fabrizio Romano. But yeah, this is obviously Chelsea's first season, Enzo Maresca's first season as Chelsea manager, FIFA Club World Cup winner, Conference League winner, and Champions League spot. Excellent impact. Yeah, in his first season, man. Very, very good. Very, very good. I can't even lie. Very, very good, man. Very, very good, man. Big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, all that good stuff, man. But yeah, this has been a very, very good show as well. Man said tops. Facts. Liverpool need 2 centre-backs. Gay plus 1 more for depth. Gomez won't stay fit, unfortunately. And yeah, that's very, very true. And you can question if he's good enough as well to be a starting line centre-back when you're going for the Champions League and going for the league. Because again, he's one of those ones where he's a good player, but you wouldn't say he's an elite level centre-back. So there's a bit of work for you, man, to do for sure, if I'm being honest, man, thinking about it now. Because again, Gay, he looks like there's going to be a little bit of resistance with that because obviously Palace want 45-50 mil. You might only want to pay a certain amount. So yeah, that's obviously one to keep an eye on. And then not only just that, you got obviously other teams obviously needing centre backs as well. So you're gonna have to move quick on the market, man, for sure. Because then you're literally relying on Van Dijk to stay fit for the majority of the season. And brother, I don't think that's going to be possible. Do you know what I'm saying? That's going to be very, very difficult, man. Very difficult to happen. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Where we at? One man said want Kivior. Listen, Kivior is up for grabs. He's up for grabs for sure. Colwell, Chalobah, Tosin, and the world champions are not for sale. Yeah, I mean they have been linked with Colwell for a while, haven't they? So yeah, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Big up Finn says, have you got aircon, bro? Yeah, I've got the fan on, man. The fan's definitely on at the minute because it's absolutely roasting in here. If you haven't filled for you, yeah, no, I definitely have got the fan on, bro. Full blast as well, man. So yeah, man's feeling the air in there coming in for sure, man. We might come in for Saliba. Listen, relax, bro. Relax. Relax, man. Relax. Nah, to be fair, Saliba does need to sign a thing, to be honest with you. Otherwise, we will be in trouble for sure. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. All of that good stuff, man. But yeah, man said, yeah, and we'll leave with you with Zinchenko. Yeah, listen, you can take Zinchenko if you want, man. You can take him if you want for sure. Man said, I can see. Now, wait, man. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you, fam? Man said, I can see Saliba joining Chelsea. Man said, relax, Carlos. Trust me. But yeah, big up Chanzo. Big up my brother, man. Tyrell Gunner TV, man. Make you go over and subscribe to him. doing good things on his channel. Says, big up Chanzo, bro. Happy Gykoeres Day and better cooking. Come on, you Gunners, man. Yeah, I am gassed about the move. I can't lie, man. That's definitely a guy I definitely wanted. That's proper number 9 striker. Obviously, Kai Havertz, man. Yeah, he can hold bench now. I can't lie. Not to say he's not going to start another game because he definitely will start some games. But Gykoeres, for me, is the number 1 now. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to hopefully he gets announced this week. And then we can see him on the tour. See what he can do on the tour, man. Obviously, we've got Tottenham, we've got AC Milan, we've got Newcastle on the tour as well, Villarreal when we come back, and then Atletico Bilbao. So we've got a few games to try and integrate some of these players, man. Also, Mosquera, is in his final in the final stages of his move as well. So potentially we'll have him on the tour too. So a couple of new players to actually keep an eye on and see how they actually work in the team. So yeah, that's always good news. If Arsenal don't win anything, he's not staying. Listen, I agree with that. I don't know if he's going to go to Chelsea, but he's definitely not staying at Arsenal, man. We got one more season. This is what I'm saying, bro. These kind of guys that kind of just dismiss seasons and dismiss cups and say we don't care about the league. Brother, these players are not staying. We're going season in, season out without winning trophies, bro. Saka's going to be the same. He'll be out the door too. You know what I'm saying? And then what we're going to do? Do you know what I mean? These men are not staying like that. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, yeah, we'll have to just keep an eye on that. But, yeah, we need to start delivering, man. All these guys that we like, they're out there, bro. This is what normally happens, man. This is what normally happens. Yeah. Every other top club has proper negotiators. We ain't Arsenal. We ain't even. We might even take Nwaneri along with Saliba. Joke, man. It's crazy. Don't tempt fate. Might get Arteta as a manager soon too. Yeah, if you want him, then yeah, albeit, man. Albeit. Man said I need Gykoeres to get 14 because I ain't looking to hear the Glock. The Glock 9 would bang as well. You know it would. And you know what and he's doing. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't see them taking. Because Gary Jesus is the 9, and even though he might get sold, I can't see them taking his number from him when he's still at the club. So yeah, I reckon he might get. Obviously, there's 14 about. Obviously, there's 10, but that's more like that 10. If we get Eze, that has to be Eze's thing, man. The 10. But yeah, the 14 is the only iconic number, really. The attacking numbers that we've got available. Obviously, Martinelli's got 11. Obviously, Jesus has got 9. So yeah, Havertz is what 23. Oh, sorry, 29. Sorry. How can I not remember that? Everyone calls him 29. Yeah, Havertz is 29. So yeah, we've not even got those kind of those top numbers available like that. So yeah, Glock 9 would bang. I'll be real, it would slap. He would slap. Nah, mate, he loves you too much. Arsenal are a family. Remember, we're a family. F that, exile him to the shadow realms. Oh my days, man said Tops is gonna pop out the beanie merchandise with the hey. You know what? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, that's not a bad shot, you know. That's a Glock celebration logo he's wearing, 100%. I can't believe it. Craziness, crazy. Antonio Silva from Valencia, by the way, a centre-back. Okay. That could be an ideal. That could be an ideal signing for sure as well. There's a couple of players that are definitely going to make a move. Bakayoko is looking like potentially he could be out the door as well, man. So that could be another move for another team as well. I mean, again, he was very highly touted in the season before last, when I think PSV won the title. Was it last season or season 4? One of the times they won the title in the last couple of years. He was very highly touted, man, for sure. So yeah, I don't know whether, and obviously Fabrizio just tweeted here, Bakayoko not showing up. Bro, everyone's on the not showing up thing, man. Everyone's on the not showing up thing. I hear it. Not showing up for the PSV Eindhoven pre-season training, as his exit for a £20 million package is imminent. Bundesliga, most likely his destination, man. So, yeah, I'm not sure where he's going to play, man. If he's going to be he looks like he's going to be a Dortmund, you know. He looks like a Dortmund player. Obviously, they just lost Gittins as well. Kind of makes sense, really, if we're being honest, man. Kind of makes sense. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Mosquera's medicals on Wednesday, apparently. Okay, who's dropped that, man? I need to have a look at that for sure. I need to have a look at that, man. But yeah, hopefully that we can get that sorted in, my guy. Big up Mr. Bart already to the top centre backs and top strikers. Small pool. Demand is high and starting negotiations so late in the window is mental. This is why I feel like a lot of teams are trying to get their team patterned for the preseason tour, bro. Because again, the pool is even like the winger options, man. It's just the same names you're hearing for these same amount of teams. I've heard Bakayoko. Obviously, I didn't hear Madueke, to be fair, but Rodrigo, everyone wants Rodrigo. Like, there's not a plethora of attacking players where you can pick from. Nketiah was linked with a load of different, obviously, teams. Chelsea before, now Newcastle. And Bomba was linked with Newcastle before, obviously, potentially going to Man United. Elanga linked with, obviously, who was he linked? He was linked with someone else. João Pedro was linked with Newcastle as well. So, yeah, it's just kind of the same man being linked with the same teams that need players in that position. So, yeah, must have Saliba bid incoming Thursday. Trust me, I don't want Chelsea to be active on that. Bro, honestly, bro, I know some people love it as well, Carlos. Like, it says, like, the last day drama. Bro, I love the ones where, and we Arsenal fans, it's been rare. I can't even think of one, to be fair, where it's just been, we've just done all our business. We don't have to panic and hopefully get a deal over the line. Maybe we might get a striker. You look on deadline day, thinking, are we going to get someone in? This is why I'm so glad we've got the Gykoeres deal done so early in the window, man, because it's like, bro, I didn't want to get to September. We still not got a striker in, and this kind of drags out, and you're kind of hoping we get it through the door, and this could change our season. Like, bro, get that already sorted, innit? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the winger one might drag out a bit longer, but again, at least you got the number 9 in and sorted as well. So it's not a thing where you need to do multiple deals. I remember that one season, I think it was 2011, when we lost 8-2 to Man United. Bro, we must have bought about 5 man on the one day, bro. We bought Mertesacker in. I think we brought in Park as that striker, Benayoun on loan. My man, is it Santos? The left back, Arteta as well, bro. It was a mess, man. It was just a panic. We was panicked by it, didn't it? Like all these man we didn't even want. We didn't even use Park. Benayoun was just alone. Obviously, Arteta stayed for a little bit, and obviously Mertesacker did. But yeah, yeah, man, it's crazy when you think about it. Crazy, just Panic FC, man, for sure. Panic FC, man said, close FM, my guy. I can picture you switching to full-time NBA content if Saliba bid comes in. That's crazy, man. I said, well, go on for Eze. Nah, apparently he's still on holiday. Yeah, I'll have to go into that obviously in my afternoon show for sure. But yeah, apparently they are gearing up for a bid to try and get him over the line as well. But waiting for obviously him to come back off holiday too. So that potentially could be one where we see in the next couple of weeks, or maybe the next week we see some obviously advancement on. But again, Arsenal doing so many deals, to be fair to them, at the one time, trying to get the Mosquera deal over the line. Obviously, Gykoeres, Madueke looks like it's done, so that's 3 players in potentially this week. And then I think they'll, after all that's done, they'll probably go on to Eze as well. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But hopefully we can get that over the line, man, because I can't see him staying at Palace. He's got 2 years left. He's not going to sign a new deal. They're going to want to try and get some money for him, and I don't think they want to let him wind down his contract again. Because again, you look at the likes of Gay potentially going for 35 mil when they were turning down 70 mil from Newcastle last season, literally. So I think they're going to want to try and get some money for him. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But hopefully we can get him done, because that's another sign that I'll be gassed. I think he's sick in it. I thought he was sick anyway when he's playing for Palace. But yeah, bro, he's cold, bro. Honestly, so cold. But yeah, man said, yeah, that 8-2 transfer window stinks. Bro, it was just panic. Because the thing is as well, man, like, bare players we weren't even linked with before that game. I remember the 8-2 was the Sunday, and I think the transfer window was like the Monday or Tuesday, innit? Something like that. It might have even been the Monday, man. And we just came out of nowhere. Then we were just linked with Mertesacker out of nowhere. We were linked with all these guys. So I'm like, bro, this is going to be one of the worst transfer windows that we even had. And the thing is as well, we needed players even before we even got those kind of players. And we still finished third that season, just literally because of Van Persie's goals, man. And our team was stinky, bro. We were having like Carl Jenkinson, who came from Charlton, at right back, man. And Charlton were in like League One. He's our starting right back. And then we had Gibbs and who else we had? Traore, bro. It was a mess, man. It was an absolute mess. But yeah, man, bad times. Man said, hi all, the voice of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Finally, Arsenal hard signed Gykoeres. Big up Phoenix, man. My brother, what are you telling me, my guy? Finally, bro. After all this time, like Simon Webb, bro. Honestly, it's been a minute. My man said, so your man say London is beautiful. Man said, my shutter, you know. Crazy. Oh my God. Also, Palace waiting to find out. Yeah, very true. Palace waiting to find out their decision for the Europa League decision. I reckon many player values dip. Parish not easy to deal with still, yeah, for sure. And I feel like, again, it might be timing. I think they're trying to appeal that, like you were saying, bro. So you might have to kind of wait maybe a week till that's all sorted. Because again, if you try and approach them now, they'll probably just be very regimented and say, no, release clause, or just obviously don't talk to us. Which again, even I think the release clause is sick. I think we should just pay the release clause and stop all the messing about and fapping. Because I think to be able to pay it in 3 installments, which is not normally normal for a release clause, normally it's always up front. And 68 mil, I think, is a good value for money with the obviously the options you've got out there. and what the going rate is. Because if Langa's going for 55, I think Eze is a much better player than Alanga. I know it's different positions, but yeah, just in terms of the quality of the player. So you know, you're already paying like 12, 30 million pound more than they've just paid for Alanga. So yeah, man, I think we should just pay it. But whether we will or not, I don't know. I feel like Berta's gonna probably try and negotiate maybe something a bit cheaper, maybe like a 60 million pound thing, rather than 68, or maybe even lower than that, maybe like 55 or something, and then see if they accept that, man. But again, obviously, apparently the Arsenal, Eze wants to come to Arsenal, so it could be a bit easier, knowing that the player actually still wants to come from the start. Well, yeah, obviously it's dropping now that I keep saying Mosquera is apparently done. So yeah, I'll have to look at this guy, man. Big up yes, sir, bro. My brother, what you telling me, my guy? Do your thing, bro. I need to have you on. I need to get you on the channel, man. Soon come, man. Soon come. But yeah, big up yourself and congratulations on obviously the win. Oh, you Chelsea, man. I can't believe it. Man. I said Chelsea. Oh my God, it's mad. Yeah, I said, yeah, probably should be asking 75 to 80 feet. Yeah, you know what it is, bro. And this is why I feel like again, Arsenal need to kind of hurry up. It's because it's the release clause in his contract. Otherwise, they'll be bro. You know what they're like, man. Zaha, they wanted 85 back in like 2019, bro. And look how much is obviously the market's kind of been inflated since then. Do you know what I'm saying? So Eze being their best player, you're looking at, they'll probably be asking 85, 90 mil, or at least, do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that release clause kind of cuts underneath them a little bit because that's kind of the set fee they've set at the time. So, I'm surprised no other team is trying to go. I know Spurs were looking at him, but it's only really been Arsenal kind of heavily linked with him. Maybe they know that he only wants to come to Arsenal kind of vibe. But yeah, man, he's still a quality player for sure. Big up Yasser, man, in the building, man. Yasser TV, come on, bro. What are you telling me, my guy? Mr. Maresca on top's his mind. We see you now. You know what it is? It's because I had so much Chelsea content in the last 24 hours, bro. That final was a long, fam. I can't even lie. That final was very long, man. Big up Yasser in the building, man. Obviously, gassed that he's getting. This is what I'm saying, man. They've had a good week, bro. They've got their nonny money. Obviously, you were supposed to get Kudu, so it'd be interesting to see if you guys actually get another winger or if you save it. But yeah, man, you got your nonny money, man. You 50 mil, 52 mil or whatever, and then you won the Club World Cup. So yeah, you man are obviously gassed for sure. Man. But yeah, we'll definitely see what happens going forward. But yeah, man, big up everyone that's tuning into the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna obviously head off now as well. I don't think anyone's online for me to raid to still, which is kind of crazy, man. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in for sure. And it's been a sick show. I'll be back at 2, man, for another thing. I said, have you been universally denied panel participation today? Yeah, any Chelsea man, yeah, on any kind of panels, it's long. I mean, big up Troops, bro, because I know Carefree Lewis is going to be unbearable, blood. I swear he's going to be unbearable, man. So yeah, hold tight him, man, in it for that, because that's gonna be long. I said Kudus really did this to his career and signed a 6-year deal with Levy. Bro, he's never leaving there, bro. That's the thing. It's crazy work. Yeah, that's Harry Kane, man. It's like Death Row out there to try and get out of that contract, bro. That's ironclad. You ain't getting out of that now. It's not a 6-year deal, you know. Man's gonna be there till he's 30. That's crazy. Man should have used it as a stepping stone thing, man. But you gotta put a release clause in there, like you did at West Ham, man. So you can try and get out of there as soon as possible. Because if he bangs there, and then potentially you could, especially with obviously Thomas Frank, I do rate him as a manager. So and he does get good out of his attackers, bro. You look at Tony, you look at Wissa, you look at Mbuemo at Brentford, man. They all managed to get double figures, 20+ goals in the Prem. So yeah, he does manage to get a lot of the thing, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Man said, Tops is lucky I don't have a mic. Yeah, I know you be running out your mouth, man, as well. That's the thing. running out your mouth, man. Belling down my line, shouting and screaming, man. You make me sick. You make me sick, fam. Man waiting for the Tops invite to cook him, you know. Trust me, it's nasty work, bro. It's nasty. It's so nasty, man. Oh my God. But yeah, so going it. You get me? You get the cookings, in it. You get me? But yeah, obviously they won the trophy, so they can do their thing for sure, man. They can do their thing for sure. But yeah, man, it's been a sick show. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to become a member. Obviously, the link is in the chat as well. But yeah, I'll be back at 2 for another Tops Talks Transfers show. Hopefully there's more, obviously, kind of update on certain elements of the window, including with Arsenal and other teams. So yeah, we'll have to make sure, man. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in, man. It's been a sick show. And I'll catch you, man, at 2. Make sure you guys put your notification bell so you never miss a video, man. But yeah, until 2 o'clock, man, you guys have a good morning, and I'll catch you in the afternoon. Don't hate to play at the game. And until next time, people, I'm out. Peace.